Ah, Whiskers. You playful kitty. Here's one happy kitty. Playful, aren't you, Whiskers, huh? Puss, 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 puss. You good cat. Did some more cleaning. G'day viewers. Well, I did some more cleaning up here before. Bit better. It's got all got strictly for motoring, VFDing and metering mainly. The TVs are going to stay in here so I can service them. Especially this here's got a bit of a dry joint in the vertical deflection board. I've got to tap the bottom of it and the vertical deflection comes back. So I've got a tiny hairline solder crack somewhere in the bottom of the inner deflection circuitry of that TV. Other than that, it works quite well. The convergence is a little bit off around the corners, as you may have noticed in the videos I've done on it before, but that's going to be a project for another day. They get that thing reconverged and it's pretty much as good as brand new. But it's a very rare find. You don't see Delta gun TVs much in Australia at all. So that was a good find, that one. What are you doing, Whiskers? But I reckon I'm going to have to need a bigger workshop for TVs. I'm going to keep collecting them though and keep fixing them up. I just need bloody a bigger workshop. Listen, it takes up a lot of room here on the bench. Might be my next plan, get a bigger bloody workshop for TV collecting and repairing and restoring. This one is fine, there's nothing wrong with this one. I just haven't got space in my room anymore because I had to upgrade everything in my room. And this cat's happy. Rubbing all over things, eh? Putting your hair on everything. Yeah, yep, Whiskers has been here. I see your hair and piss marks. Yep, Whiskers has been here. Puss, puss, puss. Loves coming in, this cat. I know what he wants to do. He wants to piss on my stuff, but I'm not going to let him. You're not pissing in here, Whiskers. Forget about it. Not your territory in here. Come on. Little cat. Anyway, viewers, I'm going to give this matter a quick recheck. I think it might be okay. I think it's doing the same that big one there was doing when I put it on the single phase in the main to just trip the breaker. That one did the same thing because it's so big. This one is probably, I reckon this one is doing the same thing. So if I give it a quick check to confirm it's not shorted or tripped the ground or anything, because this was clamped. As I showed before, that was clamped to the body and that was shorted to the body. That's all been fixed now. I'm going to have to quickly fix that, give a quick test. Just make sure it isn't shorted completely. I don't think it is. I think that was just a problem anyway. I think normally some three-phase motors over a certain size won't work on single phase the way I did it anyway. So I'll just give it a quick couple of checks just to make sure it isn't shorted before I VFD it. Because it may be okay, I'm not sure. Well, this thing aimed up alright. It's between 6 and 10 ohms in all three of the connections there. Maybe it is okay. It's not shorted. It was never ever used, this thing. It must have been bad from the factory, this wire was clamped to the body. They tested it out, it bug off from the factory to just throw it out. It has been thrown around a fair bit and never used. So based on those ohm readings, that around the 10 ohm mark seems to be okay. So I'm going to unwire that and put it on this one. And I bet you it's going to run. You right there, cat? This cat's bloody friendly today. Now this thing had bloody good bearings when I pull it apart. When I put it back together, I must have lined the bearings up correctly and I tapped the shaft actually with a hammer till it lined itself up and it turns again. But now the bloody thing's noisy. Let's see if it works. What have I got the speed on? Ooh, 200 hertz. That might be a bit much to start with. Let's turn that down. 80 hertz. Damn! Crunchy. Yeah, those bearings are need greasing. Big time. I don't think. Then again, judging by the sound of that, I don't think any amount of grease is going to save those. It's a bloody back bearing. If I remember correctly, they're metal sealed too. They've got the metal seal on them. You can't actually grease those. I'm going to have to replace those. But damn, is that noisy! it's way unbalanced for some reason. Got some torque. That turner block's gonna have to be fixed, and I have to find out why it's not balanced. And then again, I have programmed that to that motor only. So that's why it's not balancing. It's got a bit of a misfire and rocking to one side, so to speak. I've only got the parameters programmed for that motor only, so. VFDs are not really meant to be tested in every single motor you have in your collection, so to speak. They're only meant to be tuned to one motor. If you want to use another motor on it, you have to reprogram the parameters of that motor into that every time you put another motor on it, in order for it to work properly. It shouldn't get that hot either, so once I get that bearing, I better put the fan back on. No, the only problem is it's being thrown around. And they've damaged the bloody fan and shroud when they've thrown it around. So after that fan won't last long if I run that thing at 200 hertz. That fan's just going to go bang and shatter. This motor's fine. Runs alright, just needs a friggin' bearing. Four, 3, 2 hertz. 1.97 hertz. Yeah, I've got the parameters programmed for it, that's why it's got that torque now. It's putting along quite nicely. I'll do a quick voltage check with a multimeter. That's in forward, so I get the multimeter set up and show it on the camera. That tripod here, let's do a quick rough redneck setup here with the camera and the multimeter in front of it with the sun shining on the screen. The quick voltage reference. What have I got? Yeah, see? Hang on, not DC, you idiot. It's weird, the voltage is, the motor's putting out, probably because of the frequency too, so the multimeter won't read it properly. I've got to look at the meter, look at the parameter on the drive to tell me what voltage it's putting out. What's that? Let's look at that clearly. What's going on the ground? 1.6 volts? Really? 154 volts going on the ground? That's not right. That's all left. That's weird. Anyway, the motor works. She's very noisy and very poorly treated. Being a flange mount, mate, I have to find a way I can make a mount for this bloody thing and put a pulley on a shaft. I don't have a pulley that size. Anyway, it works quite well. That'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.